I'm in Columbus today doing a couple hours of breakouts for OIA and their annual convention. And I apologize, the lighting in here is not phenomenal in this hotel room. I got a question from Amy from the Agency Nation newsletter, and she asks, I want to learn how to be a great insurance agent. I am quite new in this industry, still have a long way to go, and of course I'm afraid of rejections, afraid to approach people. Maybe I actually do not know the best way to approach prospects. Maybe Agency Nation could help me become a better agent and be more confident in facing clients. Hope to hear from you soon. Amy, phenomenal question. Today we're going to answer Amy's question and talk about rejection. Do not want decaf. Nice Starbucks coffee Verona. I like the dark roast. I always appreciate a hotel room that rocks the Starbucks coffee. See, the funny part is, Amy, my digital marketing career in the insurance industry actually started because I had such a fear of rejection. I hated rejection so much that that's what actually drove me to digital marketing in the first place. See, when I first started in a business, my father-in-law told me to make a list of 200 of my closest friends and family, and that's what I would start prospecting from. And I started calling those people, but what I found really early is that that process made me incredibly uncomfortable. I felt always like I was interrupting their lives. And in doing so, it made me very self-conscious. I didn't have any confidence at all in what I was actually delivering because I didn't know the product that well. And I felt like I was interrupting their lives. So I got rejected a lot by people that I knew. And really, I don't blame them for rejecting me because at the time, I was not a good salesperson. I was not confident. I didn't know the product. I was brand new. And those rejections hurt. But in looking back now, 10 years from when I did that, those rejections were the best thing that ever happened to me. All right, I found my man, Joey Giangola. So say hi, Joey. There he is. Joey came with me on this little trip down to Battle Park here in Columbus, Ohio to fly my new Mavic Pro. So that's what we're gonna do before I go on stage. So this is gonna be the inaugural flight, and let's hope I don't wreck it in that river, whatever they call it. We got guys coming down here. I shoot on auto most of the time. These guys are rolling. Morning, fellas. Morning. So I was a little worried those guys were gonna snipe us right there. They did not seem to care at all. They were not concerned. Alright, it's cold as heck out here. We did get at least 5 solid minutes of drone video, some really cool shots of that Columbus skyline right there with the sun coming up. Forgot to hit the record button a couple times. I'm still a rookie, it's okay, but we're figuring it out. And I also had my main man right here, Joey, helping me understand how to take solid drone shots, even though technically he's never flown a drone.
Just, you know,
that's all right.
Filming things in general.
Knows good video, so it's all good. Without the mic, can you guys hear me or should I use it? I will. Without is fine? Okay, good. I'll just project. I I get really weird when I use the mic. I'm really bad at it, and I end up holding it down here, and I do a lot of hand gestures, even though I'm Irish, and the mic ends up being out here, and then that's bad for you and for you. So I'm just gonna talk. He said, make a list of 200 of your friends and family. Start calling them. And that's what I did. Hey Joe, it's Ryan Hanley. I know we played baseball together in college, and I'm selling insurance now. Who does your home and auto? And that call 200 times. And I would get like the sweats. I would get nervous. I hated it. I hated every second of it. I felt uncomfortable. I did not feel confident. I felt like I was interrupting their life. And even though eventually I feel like I became a pretty decent insurance agent, especially at the beginning, I hated every day going to work. This is actually the office in the Murray Group right here that I learned all about rejection. I mean, literally that phone on the ground, I mean, no one's in here now, the office is empty, but that phone on the ground right there, my hand used to literally shake over the top of that phone before I'd make calls because I didn't want the person to tell me that they weren't interested in getting a quote. Like, what if they were so bothered that they yelled at me, or what if they just said, no, I don't want you to quote my home and auto? Like that feeling of rejection and of, it just, like literally my hand would shake. That phone right there, we used to call this the sweatshop. Nah, partially because it was like where you actually had to do business and you would sweat from the stress, and partially because it was so freaking hot in here, you were always sweating. Two thoughts on rejection. First, Amy, rejection is part of the business. It's part of life. And the only way to get better at handling rejection is to get rejected. And that may not sound like the best advice, but it just means you need at-bats. You need practice. Like, reach out to people, talk to people, do the ask, experience the fear and the anxiety that comes with rejection. Experience all those emotions. Let them flow all the way through you, because that's how you get to the other side, which is where you just simply don't care, which is where I believe I am today. I mean, I do just as much or more selling at Agency Nation and TrustedChoice.com than I do ever at the Murray Group. So today, I don't mind if someone says no. It just doesn't bother me. Just move on to the next sale. But that's 10 years of working through this stuff. And I wish that someone had said to me when I first started selling insurance, it's going to happen. Just let it happen. Like, experience it. Don't fight it. Don't act like there's something wrong with you, or don't believe there is something wrong with you because you are feeling this anxiety about being rejected. Every person who sells has that same feeling of anxiety. What's important is that you don't let it stop you from achieving your goals. And my best advice for handling it is just let it happen. Know that it's normal and it's natural, and just let it happen. Let that anxiety happen, and then work through it. And then just work through it. Because if you're gonna sell insurance, people are going to tell you no. That's a reality. And you can either let it keep you from achieving your goals, like I did for a long time, or you can fight through it, know it's part of the deal, own it, and win anyways. And for the record, I do not just make random trips to the Murray Group for no reason. I am actually also the weekend cleaner. Fun times.
What you
One thing that really saved my career as an insurance professional is when I started moving into the digital marketing world. What digital does, what creating blog posts, doing videos, social, email, what all these touch points do, what creating this content does, what sharing your expertise and your story with the world does, is allow people to choose you. So where that I'm gonna go sell somebody, you're gonna get a lot of rejection in that world. But when someone instead chooses to do business with you, they research you on Facebook and on your website, and they look at your Google reviews, and they see some of the things that you're sharing on social. When they do all that homework, and instead of you reaching out and trying to sell them, they actually choose to do business with you, the amount of rejection that you experience is gonna go way down. And that is why I love digital. Because the people who I'm doing business with, they've had a hand in choosing to do business with me. The relationship actually begins on equal footing because I'm not trying to come from a power position and coerce them into taking a meeting with me. But ultimately, they've taken the time to research me as a person, research the organization that I work for and the products that I sell, and have decided that it's possibly in their best interest to work with me. And that is how you drastically reduce the amount of rejection that you experience. And from my opinion, for whatever that's worth, that is how you scale your ability to build relationships and sell more insurance. Amy, I wish you nothing but the best. If you have any more questions, reach out. Everyone watching, peace. Truth is, rejection is an incredibly difficult topic and something that every sales professional in the world deals with. So what I want to know is, what do you think? If you had to give Amy advice, what would be the advice you would give her about how to handle rejection as an insurance professional? And how do you use digital marketing in order to curb some of that? And just what advice would you give Amy? Love to hear from you. Leave it in the comments, guys. Let's try to give Amy the best feedback we can so that she can be as successful as she can in her sales career here in the insurance industry. I